Ho, I am Animated Shaman. I am Ultimate Thunderbird. Welcome to today's episode of the Animated Shaman. Today I have a new anime just for you. We're going to go take place in a Western spaghetti style anime. Very rare. So, for those of you who love Western style, follow me and I'll show you the way. Now come. We shall consult with the sacred fires once more. Now watch. Oh sacred fires! What new anime should we watch on this day? Welcome, boys and girls. Glad you all come around. We got ourselves something new in these parts here, you see. We're in a planet. A planet that's a desert. What is this desert planet? Long ago, mankind discovered a way how to travel from planet to planet, and they found a planet that they wanted to inhabit. For some reasons unknown why, their planet became deserted, had no life. They seek out a new planet. They found a new planet and then they inhabit it. While it may seem like to you it's a post-apocalyptic world, but these are early settlers, so this what makes the perfect spaghetti western anime. Now we come across one of the most dangerous gunslingers across these planets. He wears a red coat. He's covered himself with lots of belts, a golden hair. He is nicknamed the Humanoid Typhoon. He has a high bounty on his head, $60 billion double dollars. For some reason unknown why, he has become a menace across this planet. What is his name? What is this anime that features him? His name is Vash the Stampede, and this is Trigun. Welcome to these parts down here. This is a very rare anime. This is probably one of the very few animes that specialize in Western. There are not a lot of animes that have Western themes, so this is a very unique anime. An anime classic. It is a rare one. Its style is weird Western, space Western. Those of you wonder what space Western? Oh wait, no, you know space Western. Weird Western is one you probably never heard. Weird Western is a subtype of genre that features the use of Western mixed hybrid with another one. One prime example will be Priest. Not the horrible movie, the good one. The manga one. That one is kind of a weird Western. So, weird Western. So, like I said, Priest is considered one. Priest is a weird Western that's mixed between horror and Western. That's the only best example I can explain to you. Now, let's talk about the basics of Trigun. First up, the plot. We are on a planet, well I don't know what to call. People are trying to settle in on this new planet, which is Western style. There are some technologies that are still like that of our today. There's pinballs, there are magazines, like the good ones, and there are printed newspapers with colors, I think. But it's still Western where they don't have TV just yet. But life seems to be okay. Now, the basic plot of the story is that we follow the man Vash the Stampede. It's probably best if I first describe him. The protagonist, Vash the Stampede. Vash the Stampede is a man who has a high bounty on him, $60 billion double dollars. Just take away the double dollars and it's pretty much $60 billion in our world. That is a huge bounty. Even in the most wanted list of the CIA, the leader of the Al-Qaeda, he only had a $10 million bounty. What caused him to have that? According here, some years ago, the destruction of a city called City of July was pretty much wiped out because of Vash the Stampede. We don't really know what happened exactly during the first 5 episodes, but he seems to have amnesia and seems to have forgot. We'll discover more of the secret related on the story, but I don't want to give it away. But this explains why he has a high bounty. Now, Before I could now I explain part of that, the plot. So we follow Vashta Stampede, who is a traveler, a vagabond, helping people, seeking out those in need of help. And the weird thing is, he may have a very striking appearance, but this guy is the complete opposite. When those glasses are on, he looks like the coolest badass you ever see. He even makes Clint Eastwood, the guys from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, look like babies compared to him. But when the glasses are off somehow, he is a goofball. This man absolutely loves donuts. He is a dork. He could be a crybaby. He is funny. And even when people are trying to kill him, he still puts on a funny face. I mean, it's so crazy. He can be so foolish, but it seems to me that even whenever you try to kill him, people tend to realize that we can't shoot him, and he always never tries to harm anyone. Well, he can try to knock them out, but he carries this big gun around that makes him that signature weapon of his. Now, what is that weapon? Well, by the looks of it, it is supposed to be based of a revolver called a Don Wesson PBC 357 period. I don't know why it has a large load at the front, but I've been hearing rumors that it has a large frame because it's made to block recoil. That's just a rumor. I'm not a gun expert. If anyone's a gun expert, you can explain to me why it has that. But judging by the size of the revolver, which looks similar to a Smith & Wesson, it must be a very powerful revolver that has high, powerful bullets made to pierce through armor and probably made to kill large animals such as large buffalo and probably even made to injure elephants. That's just my guess. Vashta Stampede. What also makes this character so recognizable is who voices him. A legendary anime voice actor. It's probably this anime that made him known across the anime world after he started as Adam in the Power Rangers. His name, Johnny Yuck Bush. I hope I pronounced his last name right. If I did not, Mr. Bush, I am sorry. This man is famous for being in voicing Nero from Devil May Cry 4, Rintin Thurston from Eureka 7, Lelouch V. Battalion from Code Geass, even the famous anime classic movie Akira, voice of Shotaro Kanada, and even Kiba from Wolf Rain. But the most famous he has ever voiced, that we all know him, is voicing Ichiko Kurosaki from Bleach. This anime, when he started it, probably was his star role. This one maybe became what he known in anime world. Now, besides that, the protagonist, let me first finish up. Now, he has spiky blonde hair. He wears these unique glasses that makes me think of the Matrix of the Asian man. I don't know his name. And also, one of his catchphrases he always says is, "This world is made of love and peace," flashing the V sign. And even though Vash can be silly, there are times where whenever there are dangers happening, he can instantly went into this mode that makes him look ferocious. Which makes me think, wait a second, mysterious past, useful in the gun, use humor, has maybe a dark past? It made me think, now I know what he reminds me of. He reminds me of Himori Kenshin for Rurouni Kenshin. While it's probably possible that it's probably possible he was based on him, but they are so similar but they have different likings. This may threaten of saying if he's not original and this is not considered classic. I still consider it be a classic due to, while Kenshin and Vash both are characters that have a weapon they're famous for using in their past. They use humor, very funny, and they always travel. There's still the issue of the weapons. Kenshin is a swordsman. He's not a samurai. And he has a sakabato, which makes him revered from killing and holding up his vow to never kill. Where Vash carries a gun because he's in a gun-infested world and he uses a gun to take down villains either by shooting, like hitting certain areas that ricochet and he can hit them. All kinds of stuff. Now, in the plot, we just follow the story of these two girls. The first girl's name is Mir Strife, and the other one's called Millie Thompson. They are agents of the Bernaldelli Insurance Company. What makes the insurance company send these two to go after Vash is because every time Vash goes somewhere, disaster always follows, and they always have to pay up, fix them, and they're running out of money. So he sends these two girls to talk to Vash, of which people fear the man who could destroy a city, to, like, say, please don't destroy our houses or other things. Whoever's in charge must be incredibly stupid, or really thinks that he can talk to them. Or maybe he really knows them. You know what? I don't know. But still. So, the weird thing is we have Millie Thompson, sweet, loving, kind of reminds me of Mitsumi from Love Hina, but she carries a somewhat large Gatling gun underneath that kind of skirt pants. And Merlin, while she may seem small and seems easy and fragile, but she has something hidden. She has these Decker guns underneath her cloak. They're these guns that shoot out like one bullet. They're like, I guess you call a last resort. She has at least more than 50 of them, so she's always prepared. I don't really find that good. I would find use if I had a gun that can shoot maybe 3 or 6 bullets, get them the lightest that I can, and have 20 of those. But that's just my opinion. Everyone has their own style of weaponry. Now, throughout the story, the antagonists, while there's no main antagonist of the story during the first 5 episodes, the most basics are bounty hunters, marauders, outlaws, gunslingers, and the criminally insane, and even metahumans, crazy in power. The typical Western stories. Now, the one thing about Vash's Stampede is what makes it so interesting for people is the humor and how it combines humor with darker tone. For example, he is extremely friendly, a pacifist, and hates blood and suicide, but he will almost let himself get injured before others can. This is probably what makes him such a kind man for others who really sees him and not just hear the rumors. Because unfortunately, due to that he never really wants to kill someone, he usually gets injured by the other villains and he has scars on him. I'm not going to tell where, but I'm just giving you the basics so get you interested. Now, the other thing about Vashel Stampede is that his nickname the Humanoid Typhoon. I believe he's called that because whenever he comes, it's like there's a big typhoon that destroys the cities. Well, I don't know how powerful Vash is. No, I do know. I just don't want to tell you. But the thing is, Vash is... Well, at the first 4 episodes, he doesn't really use his gun to fight. It's during episode 5 that he finally uses his gun. Or 6. Or I could be lying. I just like messing with you. So, now let's talk about originality. It is indeed originality, yes. It is one of the very few animes that features Western style, and not just Western, a unique Western, weird Western, and space Western. Now, for first timers, I would say this is a perfect anime to watch for a first timer because you recognize the artwork. I mean, I saw there are English writings, and also if you look just around in episode 1 through 4 at the alcohol bottles, you'll find one that says Wild Turkey. Seriously, I really mean it. There's a Wild Turkey bottle in there. I wonder how they got the rights to do that. It's so funny. Now, if you're not into Western, I would not recommend it. If you feel like you're interested in Western, or even to something that features mysterious, dark person helping others, a champion with a dark past like Kenshin, then this is made for you. Otakus. This is made for Western lovers. Even though there's not a lot of Western anime, but if you love Western style, yes. If you love unique sci-fi, that's very unique compared to normal sci-fi traditions such as Gundam, also. And this has a lot of moral telling stories mixed with good humor that I really recommend you should watch. So yes, otakus, if you love sci-fi and western, put this on your bookshelf. I recommend it. So that's pretty much most of talk about them. There is also one character. I don't want to reveal it because he's not doing the first 5 episodes, but I want you to get a little interest. You'll also meet a priestess by the name of Nicholas. That's all I can show you. I don't want to ruin it. I'll just tell you this. When you watch him, you'll get a little better understanding of what Western life was kind of like in those old times. He is a good man, can be a bad man, but it makes you understand about the morals of killing people, not killing people, or even living beings. And when you reach near the end of it, you'll even understand a true dark secret about Vash. Now, I believe I said my piece of most of it. So now it's time to say out the mode type. Type mode. It features action, adventure, gun action, weird western, space western, drama. It even features sci-fi, comedy, meta-human, and give or take post-apocalyptic. I don't really call it post-apocalyptic to my view due to post-apocalyptic means that something bad happened to this world that's making people start all over again. This is basically finding a new planet and just settling and starting a new life. So it's your choice for it. Ah yes, Fascist Stampede. So boys, let's take it out a notch. So let's do the score there, Sally. So, besides that, Trigun, a true Western style anime. So, let's give in the scores. This anime, while it has blood in it, there could be some fight scenes, but I really would not recommend for young kids just yet. 10-year-old, sure. So the rating, PG-13, even PG-12. Stars. This is an anime classic of Western style, and it's a very rare style in anime. I am giving it 9.5 stars out of 10. It didn't earn a full 10, simply I really would like to see in 50 episodes instead of 26. That's the only reason why. Well, I hope you're glad to watch this episode. Next week, we will do a reunion of my 10th episode, and I hope you come. This is the Animated Shaman, and I hope to see you next time. Oh, and we will talk about... Yeah, you'll find out. See you soon, everyone.